Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Steel Division guide. This time we're going over Gruppa Vyborg, one of the, decks that everybody tells you is trash, but I truly believe is actually a pretty strong deck. I bring it out in the league for tournaments, and nobody ever seems to catch it. It's one of those decks that doesn't get banned, ever. So, if you're looking for a competitive scene, this is a deck that I do recommend. This is a jug build, so let's go over it. What does this deck get? Let's start with the recon tab, actually. You get your basic, nothing. You can bring this. It has an MG, the BA64. I mean, just like it looks dirty and rusty. It's also crewed by nobody. Look at that interior, guys. That's some detail. Not that that matters, but yeah, so nothing really special here. You can bring this in a half track. You can bring it actually in this BA10 here. Some derpy vehicle. I don't know. You get 2 MGs, I guess. Paying 10 points for something that's pretty trash. But one thing it's worth it. You get 1 card of Zekka's. Or sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but you get a Bazooka's team. They only have 3 shots, so they're really good. Recommend these guys. Bring them. Definitely have to bring them. You also get these BA10s. These things are awesome. I do recommend this thing as well. Has an AP and HG shot, 75 penetration, only 25 points. Pretty fast. I mean, it's not the fastest vehicle, but it's there. It's the same speed as a T-34. T-34 is really good. You get recon 1 if you want. And you don't really have a lot of medium tanks, so it's really good to bring them. I bring these T-34s in A, and then I bring the recon in B. You have less availability in A, the recon, but pretty good. Let's go over the infantry tab. This is where you'll get a little more interesting. You do get some Chernos. These guys are really good. Disheartened Men, 20 points. They're a pretty big squad, 10 guys, and they also get an MG, so it's pretty cost efficient. They'll hold the line, and they're pretty good garrison troops. They're really, really cost efficient, I just gotta say. They're just great. You get your leaders here. They carry smoke. You can also bring a leader, another type of leader. He's a little bit of a bigger squad. You can take a little more of a pounding, but he also carries smoke as well. Less availability, though. And then you can get this leader as well. He's a... Yeah, I don't know why you'd bring this leader, because he doesn't have smoke. It's like, why bring smoke? I guess you're paying 5 extra points with smoke. I also get Strokey DP. Get your Sturmadroki. These guys have a frag shot thing. Pretty good. I do recommend them. They're phase locked in this weird way. It's like kind of weird. Like you have to double vet them. You have to take them A or B. You don't have a choice. You get 2 cards of them. You get 2 cards of Strokey, so I bring 1 on B as well. These guys carry. I'm messing everything up. I'm just terrible. The DP. This is a DP squad with the AT rifle, 12-man squad. This is a 11-man squad with a heat grenade. These guys get 2 MGs. These guys get 1 MG. So a little bit of difference. You also get a card of Autumn Machiki. Can't go wrong here. This guy's SMGs and a heat grenade. And you also get some flamethrowers if you want. Each guys have 2 flamethrowers in their squad. Tank tab is the bread and butter of this deck. This is where everything comes down. You don't want to fight infantry battles with this deck. You're going to lose. You want to play the tanks. And what do you get? IS-2s for days. You get 4 cards, including the IS-2 Camaraderie. The best availability, if you want to take them all, is to do the Camaraderie in A, so you get 1. Because if you bring this one, you also only get 1. But if you bring the Camaraderie in B, you get 2. If you bring this one, you get 3. So better availability that way, and then you can get 4 cards. You can bring them out. I don't recommend vetting your IS-2s unless you're going to do leaders. IS-2s are just like, yeah, they're just gods. They just can't get penetrated. You do not want to engage King Tigers with IS-2s. You will lose at max range engagements. You will also lose to elephants in max range engagements, but other than that, you will beat everybody to death at max range. That's what's really good about it. I recommend bringing the IS-2 Camaraderie in A, because you can like having things around it, vetting it, keeping AA around and stuff is pretty useful. It's just a really cost-efficient vehicle. Same cost as your normal IS-2. You also get 1 card of T-34-42s, and you get your beautiful KV-1s. KV-1s are really good. 95 frontal armor, 100. It's just like a slow Sherman, but a little bit more armor. Like, it's really good and cost-efficient. Side armor is really good too. 70, the same, like almost same armor as that Panzer IV. They're really, really cost efficient. They're slow though, so be wary of that. You also get leaders cards of tanks. They're all phase locked to A. Every single one of them, including the T-26. T-26 you can bring. They're really cheap, but they're crap. They're absolute crap. They have 75 penetration, but I don't really recommend them because you already bring the B810s. They're just more maneuverable. That's just my opinion. Anyway, that's the tank tab. Support tab. Nothing to really write home about. You get these weird, I don't know, SU-76s. They're okay. The range isn't great. It's only 1500. But yeah. You also get a flame tank, which is terrible. Range 160. Don't bring it. Flame tanks suck. The range is too close for, like, you're in range of grenades. You're in range of Panzerfaust. You can thrash. Do not bring flame anything. So this is trash. You get flamethrowers too. You can bring them in a really fast transport as well. In fact, there is a mistake in this deck. Look at this. So this vehicle is 100. This is 95. So take that out and bring a beautiful little, like, I don't even know. They're not a Willy, but a whatever the Russians call it. This little motorbike. These two guys like get crammed in here. I don't know what goes on there. You get Commander. You also get the M2 Commander, and then you also get the M13A1. The big difference is speed and armor. In fact, there is no point of taking the M2 one because it's slower and it has less armor. So I don't know why you would ever bring the other one. I guess it's a little bit better off-road, but my god. Just bring the normal, and this thing's better straight out. I bring the infantry leader, though. I recommend bringing the infantry leader. In fact, I'm going to bring the infantry leader in faster transports. Oh, no, that is fastest. And T-Tab is really good, too. You get your Zis guns. You get both the assault, like the artillery / AT gun as HE round, APCR. You can look at all the stats. And then you also get the Zis gun. Doesn't have any HE rounds, but has an APCR round of 1,000 meters and an AP round of 1750 with 120 penetration. So pretty strong. You'll penetrate pretty much most things, including Stugs, which is really key. These things annihilate Stugs. And then you also get these S276s, which are phase locked to A and B. 135 penetration with the APCR, AP. You have to get within 1,000 meters. AP is 1,500 range, and it has 105 penetration. The good thing about this is it acts like an assault gun, and these things annihilate. 1,500 range. Keep them with your T-34s and IS-2s. They'll just destroy AT guns for you. Really good. AA wise, you get plenty of AA. Get your good old big Black 44. Be wary, these things only have, they don't have the same range. They have 1,750 range. APCR is 1,500 range. Your real penetration is 1,450. King Tigers and heavy tanks for the Germans will outrange you. You get your normal 37 millimeters. Things are kind of bad. If you're playing 1v1s, you may want to vet them. And then you can bring the M17s, the vehicle that doesn't shoot down anything and just suppresses after the bomb's already been dropped. I don't like these things. I think they're terrible. I also don't trust anything that, like, the guy isn't even sitting in. He's fused. Oh wait, he is sitting. Like, is he sitting? I don't know. Is he on his knees? That's pretty rough. And then is this guy messed up at all? Oh, his feet are kind of fused. I'm not touching the pedal. And then you have your beautiful artillery tab. Nothing to write home. Actually, something really good you get in this tab is the Antrusha. Forgot about this. This thing's amazing. These things are tank killers. Do not be using these things to kill infantry and stuff. Use this to kill tanks. Freaking huge 300 millimeter shot. Use 2 of these, you'll pretty much guarantee killing a King Tiger. The best way to do it is to put one in front and one in the rear. So there's no way for it to escape. It will delete everything. It's so good. You get also 152 millimeter off map. You get them A, B, and C. By the way, Antrusha take up ammo. That's why I bring so much ammo in C. They take up so much. Get your 81 millimeter mortars. You can bring your SU-76s. The same AP. They don't have APCR, but they do have smoke rounds and they act as artillery. Get your 120. Get your artillery leader. Get your radio leaders. And then the air tab's actually okay. Get your LA-7s. Really good for 1v1s. These things are strong aircraft. They're actually amazing. Let's get some Hurricanes, some decent payload bombs. And then you get your IL-2 flamers. If you really want to cheese in the beginning of a game, you can drop flamethrowers on the roads. And you get tons of the best aircraft ever. The BE-2s, these things are amazing. High altitude bombers. Get the ones, you can get one of them with the 2 500 kilogram bombs. Also kill tanks. And you get 2 cards that want to drop 100 kilogram bombs, 10 of them. They're pretty strong for suppressing. These things are really good and they have good survivability. They're high altitude bombers. You also get a cheaper fighter if you want a Hurricane. You get an IL-2 recon plane if you really, really want to. This is not a anti-tank vehicle though. So if you really want to cheese somebody, you bring in the recon IL-2, and then you buy the flamethrower IL-2, and you destroy a whole column in the beginning of a game. But you're a jerk if you do that. All right, let's transition to a 1v1. Let's talk about that. Let's see the pros and cons, and then transition. All right, so look at this, and you're like, oh my gosh, Nate, this is a terrible deck for 1v1s. Well, you'd be wrong, I'm telling you, okay? It's only good on very few maps. These maps have to be open, and you need to ban divisions of other heavy decks. You need to eliminate any prospects of CQC and medium tank engagements. You want to fight in maps where this is open, or you're just donezo. You're just gonna get just thrashed. So, what can you bring that's a must take? You must bring the bazooka men. You have to. They're just super good. You must bring a B card T-34s. You got to bring an A card T-34s. You need some medium tanks to fight in certain areas on the map. You bring the KV-1s. You can even vet them if you really wanted to. I wouldn't. Yeah, you could vet them if you really want to. I bring a leader and I kind of pair them with the IS-2. The IS-2 is going to be what I play around with the 1v1. You bring your infantry tab. There's not really much choice here. I don't vet because you don't really have that much availability. I do vet my flamethrowers. I don't. That was from an older time. I don't do that anymore. But I used to. Don't look at that. I'm like fixing it while you guys are all on. But whatever. I recommend you bring the SU-76s. They're really cost efficient. I recommend you just vetting them once. It makes them act way better and be more efficient. You definitely want to bring all the Zis guns. You're gonna need these Zis guns to do the job. Kill the light tanks you can't carry. You want to bring these vetted. I recommend bringing them one vet each, and bringing one in A, one in B to cover everything you need to, because two of these will actually shoot down most aircraft. But when you bring a leader with them too, or you're next to an IS-2 leader, it's even better and it's super good. I don't bring a commander, as you can see. I can't afford it. If you really want to, you can take out the Intrushas. But this deck is all about making the game go long. It's like a balanced Maverick, Maverick versus Maverick. This is what I bring this deck for. So I bring in Trucias because they're super cost efficient. I can poke at people, get them out of their positions, make them freaking engage my IS-2. Bring on them with Cheeky and B because they need some CQC. Also bring another card in these guys in B as well for CQC. And I bring these guys in A. So plenty of infantry. What else are we talking here? Yeah, so I bring also some of these SU-76s. Just because they're mobile, I can use them as AT guns, and I can use them kind of a little bit for smoke. I bring some ammo for them. Bring off map and B. Bring the LA-7s. Bring both cards of them. These things are freaking so good. 125 points. Their agility is good. Their resilience medium. They're so fast. 645 kilometers. Really cost efficient. I recommend you bring the better version of this, paying a little more points and getting the two 500 kilogram bombs. I think it's a little more efficient, doing some more damage. And yeah, play the game around your IS-2s. Try to pop, lock down lanes with them, and slowly wither away at some of these Panther decks that a lot of people are playing. This is the best way. This deck has to be on certain maps, though. It needs to be on an open map. You cannot be doing this on certain maps. You're just gonna get destroyed. Bring some Maxims too to cover some of the angles as well. Anyway, guys, this is my little guide for Gruppa Vyborg. So leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys around. Thanks for watching.